Okay. With that, we are going to be taking off runway... What is the opposite of 4? Roughly runway 27? Or 24? No. 22? 21? No, it is 22. Runway 22. Then we'll just push back. We'll go back onto the tarmac runway and turn and take off. Okay. With that, let's get our everything started again.
You're good to go. Contact the tower for clearance.
Yankee Tango India November traffic Cessna Charlie 821 is taxiing to runway 22.
Alright, we'll pull out some of the mixture. And then we could just swing the plane around and make our way over. We definitely have enough room between everything, so maybe we will. As we say goodbye to Tintinara. So it looks like it is 100% feasible to do small flights all day. And maybe one day we will. We'll just do like a whole day stream. So pretty sure this is going to be my second cadet flight, so hello YouTube. This is Chillainous recording on a live stream. If you want to see more of these, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and ask for all notifications. We have just flown from Parafield to Strathalbyn, to Meningi, to Tintinara. We're making our way over to Horsham so that we may buy a plane with a little bit of autopilot in it. I believe we're going for the X Cub or an NX Cub. I think it's an X Cub that we're going for. And with that, we might fly over to Melbourne. At that point there, we're going to be pretty close to Melbourne. So that's probably how we're going to do it. We are currently taxiing to runway 22 in Tintinara. We're going to depart to the south. And then we will be, well, sorry, we'll be departing to the east, but we'll be coming out south and then moving across to the east. We'll then be landing runway 18 in Bordertown with our passenger cargo. Okay, we're going to line up short runway 22. We'll line up on runway 22, I meant. Okay. Here we go. And now let's take off to the east.
Yankee Tango India November traffic Cessna Charlie 821 taking off runway 22 departure to the east.
Done on our landing and strobe. Set our mixture back to rich as we take off. We're going to do an assisted flaps takeoff here to 15 degrees. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, to 10 degrees. I thought it was 15. With that, we are then going to take off the parking brake and we are going to go. So we have done at least 10 to 15 flights since the last YouTube video being at, what did we do? We landed at Gawler. I'm actually unsure where we were in the video. Thank you. It's so nice out here. Our pitch trim is set to 6, so we don't actually need to set it, which is lovely. I've been rambling on in this video as well about food and everything like that from Tintinara. Alright, we'll drop out some more throttle. And we are now going to turn tracking east on our GPS. It doesn't matter if we make a slow turn here. However, we are starting to lose some vertical speed. I do not want that, thank you. There is the Duke's Highway right below us. We could track that all the way to Bordertown. Goes quite a way through the middle of, well, through the southeast of South Australia. Might track it just for a little bit. Alright, let's get onto our GPS, have that follow the plane. And then as we take the east turn on A8 or the Duke's Highway, we will then follow that over to the line and move on from there. Seems that there is a bit of wind pushing us around. Now I do want to show you Neofly very quickly. Need to figure out where everything is. I'm pretty sure this is our flight into Gawler that we did in the last video. And then from there we've flown from Gawler to Adelaide, to Gawler, to Adelaide, to Gawler, to Noarlunga, to Gawler, to Adelaide, to Adelaide, to Adelaide. These ones here I did off camera. These ones here are tourist photos, so these ones here are to Adelaide Oval and back to Adelaide. It's a very short flight. Next up we have Adelaide to Parafield to Gawler. So if I zoom in on the map here, we've essentially Parafield is somewhere just around here and Gawler is right here. So far a lot of the flights have been in between here. Noarlunga is somewhere down around here. And then there's an Aldinga. I don't think I actually flew Aldinga. And then from there, Gulwa is just down here, right next to Lake Alexandrina, being the longest flight from Adelaide from here to here. I was experiencing some very bad turbulence. All these are on live stream VODs on the channel if you want to see them. There are, I think, 3 at this point here, but by the time the video comes out, there might even be more. Or I should actually stop streaming and start doing some more recording, including some very interesting moments where we had planes. What were they doing? They're like breakdancing. It's honestly the best way to put it. Alright, we're tracking the straight east right now on Duke's Highway, by the way. So we've been flying essentially from here through the city here down to here. So that's about as best as I can say. We have now started to make our way down into the southeast towards Horsham. Horsham, just for reference sake, Horsham is here. Oh Jesus, I'm starting to tilt a little bit. There we go. Horsham is all the way down here. It's about a little over halfway to Melbourne. So from here, we're probably going to move into Melbourne flying, or Melbourne and suburbs. So far, it's been all here, and now we're moving down. All right, let's have a look at where we are right now. We are roughly 2,000. Oh my, we are not tracking east anymore. I didn't realize just how much that pushed us off as I was looking at Neofly. We're stocked up with fuel and 1 passenger as well. Be nice to see what the air is doing at the moment, and I don't think anywhere we're going today has air traffic. I think everywhere is dead silent. Look here, border town. There is fuel. The runway is hard, but that's about it. I don't think there's any ATC. If I quickly scroll over Adelaide. Okay, it doesn't say anything about ATC there either. Okay, I'm looking now. So it says the destination airport doesn't have ILS. It has a hard runway, which it does. It's 1 and 18. Doesn't have lit runways, so we're taking it nice and wide. And the destination airfield does deliver fuel, which is good, especially considering that we might want to fly direct to Horsham if we get the opportunity. Then from there, we'll be able to buy the X-Cub. Compared to the Cessna 152, I don't think it's too different in terms of its passengers versus weight it can carry. The only problem with the Cub that we're buying here is it's going to be expensive. It's a fixer-upper. I think the flight body was pretty decent, but the engine was a problem. And at the end of, I think, yesterday's stream, or the last stream, we figured out roughly how much it would cost per percent. But I, for one, cannot remember. I need to push the throttle a little harder. We are moving quite slow. It's going to take us forever to get to border town at this point. I think the amount of time we've spent up in the air, we could have driven if we were actually driving across the highway. Flying evenly at 32,000. Climbing very slightly. Was it 3200? I think it's 3200. Speaking of all that, and the jargon that goes along with talking, also we're nearly halfway to our point for border town. The border town approach. Speaking of all that, I've been noticing ads and video, maybe not ads, but I've seen a lot of videos for a program called Beyond ATC, which is voice activated. I thought that would be really cool to check out. It seems like the mid-step between the regular ATC in Microsoft Flight Simulator versus also we're starting to come up a little bit. I'm going to introduce a little more oxygen. Versus VATSIM. So it seems like the midpoint. It looks pretty cool. I'd like to get my hands on it, but as far as I can tell right now, there is no way to get your hands on it unless you join their Discord. Oh my lord. Unless you join their Discord, there may be some information in there. So I'll probably do that at some stage. If you look up Beyond ATC on YouTube, I'm sure you'll find it quick enough. As I look over at Neofly, we're not quite halfway, but almost. There's a little town somewhere just over here called Keith. Actually, I think that's it there. It could be. But it's essentially the gateway to the southeast. Great food if... I know I talk a lot about food, but there is actually great food in Keith. If you come down the Duke's Highway before you take the turn onto the Riddock Highway, there is a gas station there on the corner and they sell amazing chicken. Honestly, some of the best I've had in general. I have like chicken burgers and like their fries are all really... I remember when they did up that place because like that's kind of the region where I traveled a lot when I was younger. I remember before they did up that place, even just the bathrooms, it was like 2 stalls in a very short hallway, and now it's all open and there's like tons of area. That they must have been getting a lot of business to be able to afford something like that. But once they got the food in there, oh my god, every time you drive by it's pretty packed. I'm happy for them that they've managed to get good business out of that. I really am. As I said, I've traveled through there a lot. I stopped off there a lot. And yeah, it's great. And also to those of you who are watching this on YouTube, because this is going to be our second officer flight, I have adjusted some of the settings so that the game runs a little smoother. However, I'm just about ready for a PC upgrade at this point, and have started looking into it. Even if it's just a graphics card or whatever, since I think that's my current bottleneck, even on my very old i7. I'm going to start descending just 200 or 300 feet now. Just going to let off the throttle gently. It's 200, 250. I'm okay with 250. As the winds push us down a little more, back up a little more. Still traveling roughly 95 knots. And now descending 150 feet. As I said, I'm not too bothered. Although I do have to consider dropping a little bit faster. This turn here, this is our approach into Bordertown. From there, we don't have very far. So if we're here now, and we might want to drop to about 2,000 by the time we get there. Since this runway is a little bit higher. There we go. This runway is a little higher off the ground. If we can get down to 2,000 by the time we do that turn, I'm going to be quite happy. So I'm going to neutral out the pitch trim just a little. We don't have very much on, but it seems that a little bit does make a difference. Even 6% positive or negative. How do you look at it like that? Is down negative? Either way, 6% that way there is enough to keep you from sinking and even to climb. So I have to be very, very careful with how much pitch trim I am adjusting. As we are out here in the arid, well, I wouldn't really say it's arid either. It looks arid as you're driving along the highways and everything. But I wouldn't say it's... Hello? There was someone up there. Oh, it's Joey G. What up, Joey G? Pretty sure I saw him earlier. At Adelaide, maybe. As we were taking off from Meningie, maybe? I remember shouting him out in the Boeing 7-8 and talking about how... Oh, that was while we were coming into Tintinara, I believe. Talking about if modded planes keep the same flight model number and everything. We are going to give it full mixture as we are now under 3,000 feet. Look at him go. Probably flying over to Melbourne. Does he know that Joey G? We are as well. All airfields that we are traveling to today do not have ATC. So we won't really be worrying about that. I'm also going to ignore all left pattern instructions unless actually given to by ATC. So everything that we do is going to be direct in or what is most convenient. At this point here, I've been streaming for over 2.5 hours and I'm starting to feel it. But we are getting very close. I said that I wanted to be at 2,000 by this point. So I'm going to drop some more throttle so we can drop a little faster. I believe this airfield is roughly 1,000 feet, meters. I don't know how it goes. Let's follow the plane here and let's have a look here. Border town. It says it is 81 meters MSL. So what is 81 meters in feet? It is not giving me a right answer. 81 meters in feet. Oh my lord. It says it's like 3,000 inches. 265 feet. So we won't be going all the way down. I'm going to hit my barometer here. It looks like it did nothing. As we make our approach onto Bordertown Airfield. I believe that's the runway in sight right in front of us. Maybe a little bit further on. See, I thought this was the runway. Actually, it kind of looks like the runway. No. I think we're going a little further on. And I want to get down to about 1,000 feet. The thing is, where you look is not always where the airfield is. I have a rough idea where it is. Well, let's start trimming ourselves out.
Velocity 216 contact Melbourne Center on 122.1. Good day.
We'll start introducing some flaps so that we can start slowing down for our approach.
122.1 velocity 216.
So we're roughly 800 feet above the ground right now. Okay, I believe I see it. I believe this is it right here. Looks to be. I don't know why I'm dropping so much. Pretty sure I have everything set up correctly. I might still be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's here. So I'm going to press the smart cam. Does it move to the right? No. However, I'm still losing a lot of vertical speed. Not that it matters too much. It will if we go down too much further though. We're only about 300 feet above the ground. And I'm very frustrated that I cannot see the airfield. Probably because I'm too low now. Okay, it's right here where this dirt patch is. I believe that's one of the runways right there. Nope, never mind, it's just beyond it. I can see it now. This line right here. This is the problem. I've tried to make the runways look very clear from distance. I think I need to turn up my terrain level of detail to get that. Also, what a great flight for YouTube. Just floundering around everywhere. Alright, we're going to set the trim to pretty neutral. We come into Bordertown 18, we'll give it another notch of flaps for 20 degrees. We are being pushed right to left very gently. So we are now roughly 200 feet. Take out all the throttle. Oh, it was rough.
Like to see, pilot.
236 feet per minute, all because of that little
Clear the runway and taxi to parking.
little bit there. Alright, take off the handbrake. I was going to say something smart there, and my brain just brain farted. I'm pretty sure there is a garage here at the end of runway 18, at the top of runway 1. Let's have a look here. cannot tell. My lord, the amount of wind that is rushing past us right now. Okay, so it looks like we will have to taxi back. Unless this is a garage. It looks more like a house, but been having some issues with things not rendering exactly, well, not rendering properly. But it does look like we will have to turn back as we stop on the runway. Good thing it's a very regional airfield, and we'll just go all the way back up to the top. I hope you've enjoyed flying Air Chillainous. If you have, don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you want to see more of these sorts of live streams, hit the subscribe button, enable all notifications. You'll then get free notifications when I go live. That windsock is pushing extremely hard left to right, which I'm pretty sure I did say that we were being pushed right to left. I just didn't think it was that much. It's crazy. Right, so you can turn off landing strobe. As we use the runway to taxi all the way back. In hindsight, maybe I should have followed the Duke's Highway and come in for the one landing. Retrospect doesn't do anything though, unfortunately. Doesn't help you change anything, just makes you wish that you could, well, it makes you realize that you wish you could do something about it. Is that our Marshall? It's so hard to tell. Alright, we'll get off here. And just ground crew doing nothing. Well, I'm going to park right here, and I'm going to shut down the engine. We turn off the key, we turn off the fuel valve. We'll turn off the taxi light now. And we will turn off the battery. From here, we should be able to disembark our passenger. Thank you so much for flying Air Chillainous. And once again, if you did like it...
Okay, pilot. The guests are leaving the aircraft now.
You have reached a new rank. You can now fly these... Actually, I wonder if I hit Neofly, if it's going to... No, okay, it didn't focus on that one there. You can now fly these new missions. Express, Advertising, Sensitive, Secret Passenger, and Parachutist. Didn't realize that that was what it was called. Parachutist. As we go over to Neofly, I need to even load it up because I don't have it up on my monitor here. We currently have a total of $48,000, but we will still be flying over to Horsham.
Okay, pilot. That's all the passengers off the plane. Thank you. Over and out.
Thank you. It wasn't the best landing, obviously, as we look at our log. Not yet. It was 235 feet per minute, so we did miss out on the comfort, but we do have everything else. And with that, there is... Oh my lord, it looks like we got a ton of XP towards First Officer as well. Oh, I just realized that it's not showing it per level, it's showing it exponentially. So, we're already... So from... Cadet to Second Officer is 1/3 of the level towards First Officer. That's really, really cool. I'm excited. Alright, I'm going to continue flying over to Horsham, and then you guys will get a YouTube video again in the new plane. which is something that I do not plan on streaming. So thank you very much for coming along to this YouTube video from the live streams. Once again, if you do like it, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and see more. I'm still learning how to do this sort of content, so if you want to see it, then that's actually going to make a really good thumbnail right there. So I'm going to take a screenshot. If you do like it, be sure to support it, and there's always room for growth. Thank you very much. I will see you again sometime very soon. Until then, ciao.